started our four-wheel camper journey by placing an order with a dealer in Wisconsin. Go Anywhere Wisconsin is one of Four-Wheel Camper's oldest four-wheel camper dealers. Sean, the owner of the dealership, was fantastic to work with. Anytime I had any questions about what was going to happen or anything about the camper, all I had to do was pick up the phone, shoot him an email, a text, and he answered right away. I would recommend him to anyone that was interested in the area and ordering a four-wheel camper for themselves. It took about 10 months after we placed the order and the camper arrived. We made an appointment with Sean to have an install done. We drove over to the dealership and it took approximately 6 hours for it to be done. Sean was very thorough in showing us how to do the install, and he walked us through the camper and showed us every function. It was fantastic to work with someone who really was a user of the camper and knew it very well. Thank you, Sean. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to do a really quick walk around of our new four-wheel camper Raven. I know a few of you have seen this on the Instagram. A few of you have seen some videos that you've watched, and we are going to do a really quick walk around of this. Michelle and I ordered this four-wheel camper approximately 10 months ago. We picked this up, about 3 weeks ago, and we've done quite a little bit of camping here around home in Michigan, and we've really enjoyed this. This is a shell model, although we did order a few little options for the inside of this to accommodate what we wanted, and then we have some big plans that we'd like to talk to you about, what we're going to do to it to accommodate even further. So without further ado, so first of all, this is the Raven model. Like I said, this fits a 5.5 bed for our Tundra Crew Max. It weighs in at approximately 880 pounds the way it sits. The first option that we added to this was the exterior metal. I went with the black aluminum on the outside, and we absolutely love it. It matches the truck really well. The stripe matches really well. The interior, in here, so on the interior, we actually added the king bed. We slept 3 people in this bed. Michelle and I and Grace slept 3 of us in this bed. Last weekend it was a little tight, but it was comfortable. We didn't go for anything other than just what four-wheel camper offered for wood on the inside. It suits us just fine. One of the other options that we did add, we actually added the furnace, which gave us the propane tanks on the exterior, which is housed in here. When you order the furnace, you get this little cabinet, and that cabinet actually also houses a deep cycle battery on the inside of this cabinet here. We got a little camp cooking in front of it, but there's a deep cycle battery back there. They also added this here, so it's got a few little jacks here, USB for charging, and then it also gives us a little monitor so we can keep track of our deep cycle battery. It's got a little bit of storage up top here. You can kind of see that just a little bit, but yeah, we really like that. All of the lower doors here are just so you can access your turnbuckles. This little door here folds down. This also has some of the electrical, which is just monitor panels and those kind of things, or fuse panels, I'm sorry. And but all the rest of these have just a little bit of storage, so we have just a few things in them. They just have a few little spots where you can stick some items. Not super deep, but they work really well. And then you can put a little storage in there. We actually have a few little bags and those kind of things we stick in there, but not super waterproof or anything like that.
Our chairs all fit in there.
Yeah, and we just put a few little bundled chairs in there. That one's got a pretty good amount of storage in there, which is really nice also. This comes with a box. I think all of them come with this, which is really nice. Got a few little boxes. Also, we added this extra vent in the ceiling with the maxi fan in the front. We added this so we can push-pull. That's going to allow a lot of air to flow through this camper when we're camping in the summertime, when it's super warm outside. this little dude is pretty comfortable. I'm not gonna lie. We've slept in it several nights. It's got a lot more room than we had expected. Just standing up in here. The cushions are dense, so they are to sleep on those. We had decided that we're going to do something different, and after reading some forums, we did decide to do something different. So we did actually add a 2-inch, I think it was a 2-inch memory foam, correct?
I think so.
Bought that right away. Put 2-inch memory foam on top of this. It's a king bed memory foam. It changed the game a lot. So that's really super nice. One of the other options that we actually did add also is the, I think they call this
Thermal liner.
the thermal pack or the thermal liner. Because we don't camp a lot in the summertime, and most of it's fall, spring, and a lot in the winter, we decided that we'd go ahead and give that a whirl. It wasn't a very expensive option, and so we thought we'd give that a shot. And we stayed pretty warm, and we got down into some lower 40s, even into some 30s, and it's kept us very warm with this little furnace. So we've been super, super happy with that. So, so let's talk quickly about the camper. 880 pounds.
Ouch.
So we decided right off with 4-wheel camper that we would, with what they'd asked us to do, the truck already had some 35-inch BFGs on here, which were E-rated already. So we were good with tires. I had Vehicle Expedition Outfitters out of Fowler, Michigan. Called them up, talked with them about some springs for this truck. And because the TRD Pro they have some really great soft springs, but they're not really set up for this type of camper. Talked with them. They had Deaver build us a really great set of springs. I believe, I'll have to go back and look at the paperwork, but I believe we're rated for 1,400 pounds. That they work amazing. You don't even hardly know this thing's back here on the truck. You drive it, and it holds it very, very well. It doesn't sway. We were thinking maybe some different shocks even, but I don't think we're gonna have to do anything. I mean, you hardly know it's here. Now, granted, we haven't added a ton of weight to this. There are some things we're going to put on inside the camper, add some options that we wanted. So we'll see where we're at with that. But I think even with that, we're going to be really, really pleased with those Deaver springs. That was what we had to do to prep this truck to get it ready. So, so options that we're going to add. I think
Besides the
somebody
puppy,
really enjoys it.
that was
One
an
of the
option.
options we've added is
The dog.
the dog, but he seems to like it. Anyhow, one of the options we're going to add to the interior is currently we're doing a build out of the for the front. We're going to put in a front dinette. This is an option that you can get through 4-wheel camper, but I opted to do my own because I wanted it a certain size, and I wanted it built my own way, and I have the skills to be able to do that, and I think we're going to do it that way. My father-in-law is helping me. He's extraordinarily skilled in the craftsmanship of wood, and I can draw it up like nobody's business because that's kind of sort of my trade. So I've drawn it up. He's building it currently, and it's going to look phenomenal when it's done, and we're going to show you that when it's finished. The other thing we've decided to do on the interior is I have been in contact with Overland Power Solutions out of Tennessee, and those guys have hooked us up with a great power solution for this camper, and we'll show you that when we do the install. I'm not going to give it away, but they've got us a great power solution for this camper to really up the game. The exterior, we have added we're going to add a 300 or 270 awning, and we also have a shower tent for the exterior. And we even have another little surprise that will be great for heat and hot water that we're going to add to this to eliminate even the propane heater. But I'm not going to spoil that. You'll have to come back and check that out when we do the install of that in a few months. So super excited about this camper. Want you all to hang out with us, stick around. We still have the Jeep. We're still going to do some overlanding in the Jeep with the tent. We've really enjoyed doing that. This is going to be probably a little more of a base camp rig. We will do a little bit of overlanding with this when we go do some traveling, but we are definitely going to enjoy some base camp camping and do some side by side, some hiking, those kind of things out of this rig.
Biking.
But what's that?
Biking.
And some
We got a really
biking.
cool bike rack coming that we're going
We
to be
got a bike
demoing
rack coming that's going to be kind of new. That's
from
not out
Arrow. We'll have to put the company name
there.
in there.
We'll
They're
put
going to
the
be
company
demoing
link
it.
out there. Once we get that, we'll do a review on that. We got a new bike rack somebody wants us to try. So a company wants us to try that. We're going to try that, and we're going to do some biking. So yeah, we're super excited about that. So anyways, we appreciate y'all following along with us and staying with us, subscribing, don't forget to share with your friends. Give us a like if you like this kind of content, and stay with us as we continue to build out the little four-wheel camper Raven. We'll see you all in the next video.